If you're just regularly playing a Minecraft Bedrock Edition and you notice your cursor like even going off your screen, even though you're in full screen and stuff like that, then I know I've experienced this issue myself. It is incredibly irritating, and I'm going to show you at least how to fix it temporarily, or I'm going to show you how to fix that as best you can. This is a bug that has been going on with Minecraft Bedrock for a long time. They recently switched from UWP to GDK, which has amplified it, and a lot more people are experiencing this. Because it is a bug with the game itself, there's not that much we can do about it, but I'll show you a solution that works. First off, you do want to go over to your settings, which they move down here, like that's incredibly stupid. But anyways, you want to go over to your video settings over here, and you do want to make sure, just as a safeguard, that full screen is toggled. This is probably the case for you. You've probably checked it already. Make sure it is toggled. Next, although it may sound stupid, do check that you are completely updated. I know people always say this when you're experiencing issues, and it's kind of dumb, but updates can actually fix stuff like this, because Minecraft is basically an app made by Microsoft, who owns Windows, and so it is possible that that can happen. If that still hasn't fixed it, you want to go over to this GitHub page linked down in the description below. It's for a program called Auto Cursor Lock, and it's going to allow you to manually lock your cursor to the game. It's kind of a scuffed fix, but as I said, if there isn't anything else you can do, then this is really your only option. I've used it before and it actually works pretty good, so make sure you locate their latest release over here and then click on the .zip download. So now, as you can see in my downloads, I've got the auto cursor lock, and so we can right click on this to extract all of the files right over here. This is the cursor lock. We just want to locate the exe file right over here. Simply double click on that and it's going to go ahead and open up. So here we've got the thing. It might look a little confusing, which is why I'll explain exactly how to use this. So basically, under this add processes thing over here, we want to click on add, refresh. There we go, and this is going to add all of the active processes. As you can see, I'm running OBS right now, but the one you want to look for is Minecraft.Windows. This is the one. So simply click on add right over there, and now I have Minecraft.Windows loaded here. If it is in enabled processes, then when you lock your cursor, this program will be activated. If you have also OBS running, for example, which I do, and I lock my cursor, then OBS will not be affected. So if you want, you could also add multiple different processes here at the same time. Anyways, as you can see, the default hotkey is set to Alt and L, and this is going to allow you to basically lock it without having to open this up every single time, because obviously that's annoying. You can also customize this over here, add a bunch of keys. Do that if you'd like, but I'm just going to keep it at the default Alt and L because that works for me. So basically, as you can see, my cursor is currently not locked because I'm not in the Minecraft process. I don't have it selected, but locking is enabled. And so if I press on Alt and L, then the locking will be disabled. So let's say I have the locking enabled. Now my cursor isn't locked because I'm not in the process. But if I go into the process, then now, bam, my cursor is locked. I can move my mouse in the exact same direction as many times as I want, and it is not going to go out of the process. As you can see, of course, if you go pause, for example, then it'll still let you use the cursor, right? That makes sense, otherwise you can't get out of the game. But yeah, it's basically that simple. And then if you select a different program, as you can see, your cursor will no longer be locked. Now, this nice little hotkey over here is going to allow it so you can definitely just minimize this. It's also going to go ahead and disappear from your taskbar. Well, as you can see, my cursor is actually locked now. I can't get out, so I will have to press on Alt and L, and then I can release myself. But that is basically how that works. It's quite simple. It's just going to run in the background. I think you can manage it right over here. And we're going to have to use that. Of course, do keep checking for the Windows updates. Do always make sure your Minecraft Bedrock Edition version is on the latest one, because this is a bug that will hopefully get fixed for all of us. Anyways, until then, if you do appreciate me showing you this fix, make sure to subscribe. But peace.